Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll share my experience using this Creality Cr-Ferret scanner to scan my residual limb in order to make this prosthetic shell. So let's get started. I'm sure that by now you've seen plenty of unboxing videos of this scanner and know exactly what's inside the box. First thing you see is the user manual, then an Allen key, a phone holder, a swivel, a battery tripod, the scanner itself, and in the zipper pouch a couple of cables. One that connects the scanner to your phone, the other that connects the scanner to your Windows-based laptop or preferably desktop machine. According to the internet, the scanner can be kind of picky with the hardware that it'll run with. I don't know if I just got lucky, but I didn't have a problem with it running on any of my devices. To connect the scanner to the phone, the hardware page recommends using at least a Samsung A21 phone. Although I didn't have an issue getting it to run on my Samsung Note 20. Not the 20 Ultra, just the regular 20. The only thing about the phone software that I wasn't super keen on is it isn't in the Play Store. You have to download the APK from Creality's website and sideload it into your phone. The process was pretty easy. Unzip the software, give it a couple permissions, and you should be up and running. On a whole, the phone software worked just fine, but your scans are limited to 2,000 frames, which is fine for small to medium-sized captures as long as you aren't doing a bunch of overscanning. For the Windows version of the software, your computer needs to either be running Windows 10 or Windows 11. And of course, as far as the computer, faster is better, more RAM is always a good thing. I think you need at least 8 gigs for the scanner to run properly. And it is recommended that you use a USB 3 port. I installed the software on my Lenovo W540, running at 2.95 with 32 gig of RAM, and I didn't have any issues running the scanner, even though I don't have a USB 3.0. The only thing is, you need to move the scanner a little bit slower due to the lower data transfer rate. Once I decided to get serious about scanning my residual limb, I loaded it on my video computer. It worked really good, didn't crash, wasn't laggy. The Windows version of the software allows for much larger scans than the phone version. I was typically in the realm of 2,500 to 4,000 frames for my scans. Something to keep in mind, currently the software is only available for Windows and Android. Eventually they'll release something for iOS, but that's still in development. So I've had this scanner for about a week now, and in that time I've picked up a couple techniques that really improve my success with this scanner. First off is light. The scanner works better if the object being scanned is very well lit. To help with that, I mounted this 2x2 LED between the swivel and the battery tripod. It seems to work pretty well, making sure the object is evenly lit. The next thing I picked up on is treat the process of scanning the same as you would for airbrushing something. Nice, even, slow coats, a consistent distance, and making sure that as you scan, make sure that you have plenty of overlap, essentially overscanning your subject. On your computer screen, you want the render of the scan to be completely dark green. Any areas that are red or light green need a couple more passes to be sure you have all the data for that area. Also, I wouldn't have a bunch of other programs running at the same time that you're trying to scan something. Another thing when scanning, especially when moving the scanner by hand, is inevitably it's going to lose tracking and position. When that happens, move to your start position and wait for the software and scanner to recognize where it is. Once it syncs back up, slowly move the scanner back to the position where it lost tracking and continue your scan. Really, the only time I had a problem with it losing tracking is if I was moving the scanner and then repositioned my arm. Then it would take a couple seconds for it to reacquire its position before I was able to continue the scan. Most of the time the scanner was able to pick it back up, but occasionally I would need to dump all of that data and start the scan from the beginning. But that didn't happen a lot. So once you're happy with what you see in the render, go ahead and press stop and close out the scan. Next, you can either let the software automatically convert all of the scan to a mesh, or you can manually control the output step by step. I generally went with the automatic function and then exported the finished mesh as an OBJ. From there, I import the file into Mesh Mixer and edit it until it's at its final form. While you're in Mesh Mixer, be sure to check to make sure it's a watertight manifold. Once it is, you can send it to your printer and see what you get. I had pretty good luck going from scan to print, with the output being scaled really close to 1-to-1 with reality. And I was really happy with the results. The resulting socket fit pretty good. By no means was it the best fitting socket I've ever made, but It is a good start. And through iteration, you could develop a properly fitting socket using this method. That being said, with the current FDM technology and the materials available to print, I don't think that this process is going to replace the vacuum resin layup process that I've shown in other videos to generate the socket for a prosthetic device. However, it would be a great option if you're doing cosplay armor or something of that nature. If you're looking to get into photogrammetry, this scanner is a pretty inexpensive way to try it out. There's a link in the description. Check it out if you think it would improve your workflow. If there's interest, I'll put together a video detailing my process and show you truly what's involved in going from scan to print. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Oh! Someone missed their hops.